Today, Catholics worldwide unite in marking the feast of the Assumption of Mary, a solemn commemoration of the end of her earthly life and assumption into heaven. On 1st of November 1950, Pope Pius XII defined the dogma of the Assumption, declaring the Immaculate Mother of God, the ever Virgin Mary, having completed the course of her earthly life, was assumed, body and soul, into heavenly glory. Dear brothers and sisters, throughout the world, the Assumption of our Blessed Mother Mary is celebrated in a variety of ways. In some small towns of Rome, there is a very symbolic custom called l'incinata, meaning the bowing procession. In the village's main street, people carry a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary, symbolizing her journey to heaven, and they move in a procession. Simultaneously, another procession carries a statue of Jesus in the opposite direction, symbolizing her son Jesus coming down from heaven to welcome her. And these two processions converge under an arch adorned with branches and thousands of flowers, symbolizing the gate of heaven. The statues are then made to bow to each other 3 times. This act is symbolic and a joyous anticipation of Jesus welcoming his beloved mother into heaven, a moment of profound joy and celebration as people gathered break forth into shouts of joy and sacred hymns. And afterwards, the procession, combined together now, continues with both the statues being carried side by side to the church. This bowing procession is not just a tradition, but a profound symbol of Jesus taking his mother to her throne in heaven. And it beautifully represents the beautiful event of the Assumption of our Blessed Mother Mary, a celebration of the Son King sharing his glory with his mother. And human kingdoms have followed the tradition of crowning the mother of a king as the queen of a kingdom throughout history. In the Old Testament, we read that King Solomon raised his mother Bathsheba to his side as queen upon inheriting the throne after King David. We read that in the first book of the Kings, chapter 2. And this was also maybe a prelude to what was to come. King of Kings, Jesus, awarded his mother Mary the throne of glory and raised her to be the queen of heaven and earth. In celebrating the Feast of the Assumption today, we learn one most important lesson. Mother Mary's Assumption is our sure hope for eternal glory. Once she agreed to become God's mother, she put herself in a position of constantly saying yes to God's will. And the yes she gave to God meant a no to a number of things in her personal life, her desires, her unspoken dreams. And that was how she became an epitome of the teaching Jesus would later expound during his ministry. No one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the service in the kingdom of God. So true of Mary. Her echo of yes resonated all through her life in times of loneliness, immense pain, and utter hopelessness. And this daring faithfulness made God bestow on her the privilege of sharing her son's glory. And that is a wonderful story of the Assumption. Our daily struggles, our sufferings, they grind us down. And do we not undergo immense pain? Does life grill us with many incidents of misunderstandings and total absence of positive encouragement? Do we seem to be gnashed by constant difficulties and tensions in life? And all these miserable questions are finally answered by the Assumption of our Blessed Mother. We heard the song of Mary in the Gospel, the Magnificat, the song of hope. As St. John Paul II said, Mary taken up into heaven shows us the way to God, the way to heaven, and the way to life. May this celebration of Mary's Assumption give us hope that, like her and through her maternal intervention, we will find our way to heaven. Amen.